Well, hello beautiful people, welcome to my channel. My name is Teresa and I am your cruise director on the Magical Mystery Tour. What have we got today? I have got a full face of super affordable makeup, all in here. The brand Savvy. I picked all of this up on sale at Priceline. A full face well under $100, like stupidly cheap. But before we get to that, please don't forget to subscribe to my channel, ring the notification bell to be alerted to any new uploads, and if you like this video at the end, please give it a big thumbs up. So let's get to it. So I'm just having a look at my shopping list here, and I think, yeah, it came to $70 for, well, there's a heap in here. So obviously it was on sale, but even at full price, they're pretty good. So every time I keep saying Savvy, I'm picturing Johnny Depp. So I have got a BB cream, setting powder, bronzers, eyeshadows. Yeah, I do believe I've got it all. So let's get to it. Okay, so the only product that they didn't have, that I didn't pick up, I couldn't see it anywhere, was a primer. So I've just used Drunk Elephant's Goldie drops on my face, but going in with their BB cream in the shade Light. Let's have a look. It's thick. Doesn't look too bad actually. It's very thick. Hey, how's that? That's a great match. But going in with this brush first, because it is so thick, you can end up with brush marks. So immediately seeing the application with a sponge looks better. So thicker product, sponges are your friend. Thinner product, brushes are the go. Now, I think it's got a bit of slip to it, but I think it's an oil-based product in actual fact. I know mineral oil is listed as the third ingredient, which is interesting. It feels really different on my face. Feels like it really needs to dry down. Bearing in mind, BB creams, you've got CC, BB, what are the other ones? BBs are beauty balms and CC creams are colour correctors. So they're always meant to be a lighter coverage product. Yeah, that feels interesting. It feels super hydrating though. I'm wondering if it's too hydrating, to be honest. I don't know how this will look by the end of the day. Going in now with their liquid concealer. This is the shade, that was a shade Light. This is the shade Fair. Oh, that's quite thick as well. It's interesting, they both feel really thick products. Like this almost feels gluggy. Let's see. I feel like this is not going to have a huge wear time, which I probably didn't pick the best day to use, given it's a work day. And am I going to look like a hot mess by the end of the day? I've got a bit of redness around my nose, so I just want to put Whoops. That's a really thin doe foot as well. Pressing that in. And just there. So that's how it looked, to be honest. That concealer hasn't given a lot of coverage. I've let that dry down. I've put the fan onto it, but see, it's still a little tacky. Okay, now the thing with Priceline is they put 1,000 security. These took me so long to untape everything, and they put all this metal security stuff on there. With Chemist Warehouse, your stuff's not sealed up and half the time open, and with Priceline, you damn near need an engineering degree to get into it. So this is the Natural Finish Pressed Powder in the shade Translucent. That feels really creamy. Their products feel super, super creamy. I mean, my skin looks glowy. It looks really healthy. Okay, with the pressed powder, oh, that's not translucent. That's got colour to it. It's got a lot of pigment to it. Going gentle. We will brush this off with a brush in a minute because that's got a lot of pigment. Look at that. Got a lot of coverage to it. Can you see? That's all right. So given that this is meant to be a pressed translucent powder, it almost is like a foundation powder. It is not translucent, it's a beige. Okay. It does feel nice though. It's looking lighter on camera than it actually is. Just fair warning. Right, they didn't have a setting spray. I'm going to set down my face now and let it dry to see if that makes this look a bit better. Okay, so it's looking more skin-like now. I am actually really nervous about how this is going to wear throughout the course of the day. I've just put this back on for a second. I've got these pop sticks. So I've got a powder, I've got cream, blush and bronzer, who knows, and I've also got powder versions to go over the top. Now, look at this shade. Is this going to be orange? This is apparently a contour stick. It's not. It is too red warm for a contour stick. I mean, come on. It feels quite creamy, so yeah, that's definitely not contour. I mean, are you serious? That being said, I'm using it as a contour in certain places, but it's a bronzer. It's a bronze shade. I don't know who this would be a contour for. Anywho, look, it's blending quite well. If you're putting cream products over powders, just a flat, fat, dense, really dense brush and stamping motions. and it shouldn't disrupt your powder product. Okay, oh, that's not too bad. Let's go in with, this is watermelon, what did I say, watermelon Lush, can't read it, taking my glasses off. I'm going to put it on the back of my hand and build up, because that does not look particularly pigmented on my face. I've put it there to pick up some more. But that being said, if you want a super subtle cream product, like it's got colour there, just not much. So if you are in for a more no makeup look, that would work. Okay, this is their jumbo bronzer. So it's got 3 shades built into it. That's more, well, I'm just going to probably go into these 2 and we'll see how we go. Okay, oh no, let's just swirl it around. So if you're using creams, ideally you want to set down for longevity, you want to set down with a powder over the top of it. Obviously complementary shade, so that you're keeping the integrity of the colour that you're using. Now you don't have to, but it just will not, absolutely will not wear as long as if it's set with powder. That's not too bad. I ended up sort of sticking, while I swirled around all of it initially, then when I went back in, went into these 2 shades. Okay, so now going in with their classic blush in the shade Nude. It's a rosy sort of colour. This looks pigmented as hell. Let's tap a lot of that excess off and tap in gently to start with. Yeah, she's got pigment to her. I mean, it's very basic. Oh, it's got a bit of glow to it. Can you see that? It's a bit of a satiny finish, which makes me now, I want to get a fluffy brush. Okay. So I'm just going in with a slightly fluffier brush. I haven't put any extra product on it. I'm just sort of lightly buffing that in, and you can see now that I'm lightly buffing that in, this satin effect to it is starting to show, whereas I'd just been pressing it. Right. Okay, now going in with their Mineral Baked highlighter. This is a champagne-y colour. Oh, she looks quite blinding. And she is. She has got some glow to her. Need to be very careful here. Look at that. I'd nearly be tempted to put that straight across the top of my lid. Okay, going in now, I've got just a straight brown eyebrow pencil and a clear eyebrow gel. Let's see how we go. a lot of the cheaper brands will have a pencil sharpened eyebrow pencil, and they're really quite good. Essence do one as well, and that's quite a great pencil. This is going on nice. It's not too waxy, it's quite a firm pencil, sort of the consistency of an eyeliner, so yeah, more that. It's a drier. And just, I feel like you don't have to work too hard with this, which is good. It does come with its own little brush on the end. Okay, going in now with the clear brow gel. That doesn't feel like there's any on it. Okay, starting to feel that now. So yeah, it really didn't feel like there was anything on that brush. Give it a good wriggle about in there, which means when it's been filled, it's got that sort of hole in the center. So I've primed my eyes with MAC Paint Pot in Soft Ochre. We have got a couple of eyeshadow palettes. So we've got the Trio eyeshadow in Dusty Pink, which has got 2 mattes and a shimmer, and then we've got, it's just called Eyeshadow Palette. Does it have a colour? Dark Natural Eyeshadow Palette with Mirror, which is a bit more burgundy. Okay, look, we might play it safe. We'll go with the cheaper one. That can wait for another time. And we'll just go super simple with this today. Getting a big fluffy blender, going in with the pink shade. As I said, 2 mattes and 1 shimmer. So this is going to be a really natural look today in the eyes, in that it's going to be pretty light, I would imagine. Okay, so this is just, there's not a huge amount of colour payoff to this, just trying to get it happening. So it's pretty pink fleshy. I think I'm going to feel like I'm naked today. Just using this big fluffy blender brush from Morphe. Okay, how are we looking? I mean, it's not great. Okay, going in with a small defined crease brush into this brown. We may have to reach for the other palette yet. Tucking that more into our crease. I mean, I don't know what I expected. I think this was $3.99. So the quality is not the best. But we are working with it. Really coating my brush in this to try and get enough to have payoff. Okay, this is not great. Okay, going back in with that pink now and seeing okay, trying to build up. I'm never going, it's not super dark. It's a mid-toned warm brown, so no matter what I do, she's not going to build up particularly dark. I have, this is a charcoaly smoky pencil. It's their Longwear eyeliner in Granite. I think I got this to go with the other eyeshadow palette, but it's what we've got. So that's what we're using. Now it doesn't really want to grip to my waterline. I am going to try and help this by just putting it messy, as you can see, on the outer corner. And I'm going into a flat sort of packing brush now. I'm going back into that darker brown. I'm just going to work that and see if we get a little bit of depth. A little, not much. Well, it is what it is. Don't you hate that saying? Okay, let's see how we are outlining this. We don't have to be particularly fussy with this shadow under the eyes. In fact, I'm making a mess with it. Picking up a pencil brush and going under. Okay. Now let's see how this shimmer is going to work. It's a champagne. I might end up reaching for that highlighter, truth be told, because I actually don't mind that shade. It's not too intense. It's more satin than shimmer. I feel like this is a very, very, very bland eye look. Okay, I have gone into this highlighter. Let me just, it's brightened it a little bit, not a huge amount. Going in to use as our inner corner highlight. Back in with this brush. And one last go into this brown. I keep hoping I'm going to get a little bit darker. But she's not. I think that's about the best that we can do. Look, is it a terrible look? No. Is it a great look? No. Is it a very boring, safe look? Does it look like it's expensive? I'm going to set my face down and then look, what I might do, I'm just going to show you the mascara now because you don't need to see me put on the mascara. It's just a standard mascara wand in the shade black, defining Fibre mascara. So is this a tubing? It's vegan. I'm going to set down my face, do my mascara, come back and I'll do lips to finish up. Okay, so we are back. Look, now that my hair's done, that is 2 grey hairs poking out there. Now that the face is done, look, it's, as I said, it's a very nude look, very natural, sort of very conservative for me, I guess, for want of a better word. It doesn't look bad. Okay, now the mascara I did get a little bit of a mess. Just let it dry, scratch it off. It was quite thick in the tube, so I had to keep scraping the mascara off in the tube. But it's a Fibre mascara, so I'm assuming it's a tubing mascara. And if that's the case, it hasn't actually built up that badly, because the issue with tubing that I don't normally like is that you can't get enough volume or length with it. But I'm okay with this so far. I have only used it on my top lashes, not going to use it on my bottom. We have got the Pout Pack. It's a lip liner and lipstick duo in the shade Show Off. This is a firm lip pencil. Not sure about this colour. Not sure about this actual lip pencil all in all. It's a dryer because it's a pencil one, but not sure. That's a colour. It's not too bad. It's now that it's sort of settling. And the lip gloss Show Off. This actually looks quite alright. This is dry too. That's a dry, thickish formula. I don't know, I expected it to probably be a bit glossier. It is not sitting, I don't mind the colour, but that is not sitting on my lips really well. And by sitting on, it's actually sitting on, it's, I can see every line in my lip, but can you see here? It's very waxy, very waxy. Not sure how that's going to go. Yeah, but this is the final look. Look, it's nice. It's nice. I don't know how it's going to look at the end of the day, so I am going to keep this on. Right now I'm going to insert what I filmed at the end of the day, so let's see how it looks. Okay, we are about 10 hours in. Once I got over that this was, as I keep saying, a boring normal colour. It's normal, and I don't normally wear anything this sort of normal. Few things. I've got a fair bit of breakdown happening here. I'm looking a bit cakey around the creases in my nose. The breakdown here, I was in a meeting today and very much touching my face, so that's okay. It's broken down on my nose. I've got very obvious glasses marks. I don't normally have that issue. The other thing I want to show, just trying to get a clean brush or something. Okay, so the other thing that I want to show, I don't know if this is showing up, and I think this is from, whilst I'm okay with the mascara, I've got lots of little that I've been getting off all day, like all over my face. They're little black dots, and I can only assume that that is fibre pieces maybe. I don't know. Random little black dots on my face. There's another one. So I don't know if that is mascara fallout. I had a heap there earlier. I'm looking quite cakey around this area here. It's settled into all of my creases. I'm looking a bit patchy. So whilst it looked lovely, I mean, we're 10 hours in and it's a super cheap. So overall it's pretty good for the price. But yeah, like I said, there's a lot of breakdown here. Now if I run my finger, I'm just trying to find an area where it's, let's do this. That's just all coming off when I do that. I don't know if you can see that. And I think that's because, look at that. If I do this, I think that's the foundation, to be quite honest. Foundation BB cream, because it's, or CC cream, whatever it is, because it's an oil based. It's felt both at times tight and dry, but slippy. I do still really like that blush, satiny blush. That's probably my favourite thing. Whilst I've got no lipstick on anymore, I didn't mind that lipstick once it settled down. I'm looking really ordinary under the eyes, but again, a full face for $70. You can't complain at that. Will I use any of this again? Maybe the brow pencil. I'll definitely use a brow pencil again, and I reckon I will use that satiny blush again. As for the other stuff, I'm not sure, to be honest. Be very selective. I did get, that being said, I did get a lot of comments today on how nice and natural my makeup was, and how glowing my skin was. But for a standard day she would be fine, but for long wear, like I said, I think I've got a fair bit of patchiness happening. But I'll stop touching my face, and my eyes are really dry too today. I feel really like, look, let me just put this on. So that is it for another brand. Savvy is by DB Cosmetics. It's like their Savvy brand, and DB itself is Savvy. What I will say is, if you're on a budget and you're going to go for that, for Savvy, spend a little bit more and go for DB Cosmetics. Go for the big sister of the products instead. The foundations are much better. Everything is just much better from that than the Savvy version of it. So until next time, my friends, this hot mess is going to go and take her makeup off and put a mask on. Don't forget, in the meantime, to tell your mum, tell your sister, tell your friends to come along and hang out here. Take my makeup off and have a wine. Bye.